web shit is different, boy.
Woo! And we doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing it live, and we're doing it the old school way because K Mega's tired as a mother. I didn't even have time to do gameplay or anything. So you bums better have gameplay ready for next week because I'll have it set up and ready to go.
Lying. Your rising chip broke.
You crazy. Right? Hey, man. Hey, man, I know that you and Knuckles went to go see R. Kelly's last concert. So why don't you tell us what it was like, man? Well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Knuckles didn't even come back. So I guess his mind was telling him no.
No, telling him no.
But his body was telling him
yeah. I'm going to hell for that. He gonna
kill you. Dressed up with the Michael Jackson monkey.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I hope when he listened to the video, he started like 5 minutes.
Knuckles, you getting this work. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, bro. Anyway, it's no different than when Infamous wouldn't show up and she had things to do and she was out there roller derbing, man. You know what I'm saying? She's over there doing coffee runs, you know what I'm saying, doing, you know what I'm saying, giving everybody they brew, and then at night she would be out there put on that eyeliner and get out there, put that helmet on and start roller derby. And we know how it is. So it is what it is. But anyway, hey man, shout out to Bloody Knuckles doing his thing. OP, I thought he wasn't going to come tonight. He said that he had to babysit, and so himself. But he's here. You know what I'm saying? Our rookie of the year is here. So of course I ain't gonna drill him to death. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He does good things for the GRG family. And then of course the rest of the bums, they're here, and that's a good thing. So we got a lot to talk about. Man, it's some good, nice topics that's come up, and then just some stuff that just came out this afternoon that we're probably going to address first because I think that they need to get the most attention right now before we start talking about Google and exclusives going this place, that place, and so forth. But we're going to have a good show, man. So let's go ahead and introduce the panel. Go straight on to it, man. My main man, the rookie of the GRG podcast, man. OP, what's up with you, bro? What's happening?
What's up, y'all? Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, just making sure. Yeah, I just got back from the movie theater, watched Captain Marvel, so I'm in kind of a bad mood now. What we gonna do the show?
You're in a bad mood because you watched Captain Marvel?
Bruh, Brie Larson, she's the weakest link at that movie, bro. Everyone else is good.
Oh, man.
Throw her in the brushes, man.
Oh, man.
But that's just me.
Okay.
Everybody's like it.
Okay. Throw fucking her up. Facts.
Okay, stop it. Stop it. All right, well, we might as well just move on to Lemetheus from the Zeus. Hey, that's my man's been. We need to play some Akon. I need to have that. My man has been locked up. He won't let me out. They won't let me out.
It was good. Always a pleasure to have y'all. We got some serious topics. K Mega got a good one for y'all. Y'all gonna be shocked about this Microsoft situation. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hit that like button.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Also, man, moving on down, man. Mr. 1.99 pesos.
16 pesos.
What's up with you, 100? What's happening? I know that you back to reality now. Everything you over here got your soul to soul popping off. Back to life. Back to reality. Got your X backs. Yeah, I don't know why I'm in. This is what happens when you're tired as fuck, man. This is just sleep deprivation. You know what I'm saying? Work overload. I'll probably go to sleep like a teenager until like 11 o'clock tomorrow. But anyway, what's up with 100?
Man, nothing, chilling, man. Jumped on this division. Not liking it. Talking shit on Xbox at the same time.
Boy, did he sound like Xbox withdrawal.
I know.
Man. Trust me, I had it. I talked for 2 hours a day about it. I had it.
Yeah, I saw that.
All in his face. He was eating, got sober.
So yeah, he sound like he's sleepy. About to go to sleep on the show.
His fingers is tired from the buttons.
Yeah, he been over there doing it.
I gotta catch up.
What's called asked us the Don. He asked you, Lemon. He says, "Are you back on Xbox?"
Monday. I'm in withdrawal too.
Yeah.
Facts.
And then last
talk to my friends, I don't want to touch my Xbox.
Oh man, Xbox
community needs me.
Oh man, and then it can't be last but not least. But man, I got to go to my main man, Triple Cup Chuck. My man had me on last night on the Vibration podcast. Man, it was me. It was good to talk to Fonzarelli again. Haven't talked to him a bit. And then it was Kaleidoscope, and it was Sir X-Man, and it was Savage. And then it turned savage, and then it was just, but it was a really good show. And then what's Flip there? No, Flip wasn't there. Flip
when the Chaos was there.
Yeah, Chaos. That's what it was.
Chaos.
Chaos.
We got to change some people names around here. We got my man 99 cent, 99 pesos. We're gonna have to change Kaleidoscope to like 250 million.
Oh shit. Okay. Right. So anyway, appreciate it, man. Philosopher Doom, he said, "What's good, Blacks of GRG?" We are definitely going to go there tonight.
We're not doing that. We're not doing it
tonight. We're going to do it live tonight, bro.
Man.
Hey,
man.
This is why the white audience has to listen to GRG, because there is no hold back from anything. So anyway,
keep it 100. Just tell it. We keep it real.
Most of us on this podcast is light skinned.
So
we got what? Me, you, live 100.
Kaleidoscope? I mean, Kaleidoscope, triple.
Colada?
Hey, Operations is the only dark
I'll be team over here.
He sounded light.
He sounded light as though. Yeah, he just doesn't sound like. Yeah, there we go.
We're taking that poll again. Y'all hear?
Here we
the
go.
Rookie of the Year speak. Please type in what nationality you think he is.
Stop it. Anyway, Triple Cup, what's up with you, bro? What's up?
Man, what's good, man? Hey, appreciate you for coming on the show yesterday. It was an epic show, one of the best shows on there. And my girl don't know nobody from nobody, but she was like, K Mega, he was saying about the girl, yeah, because I was like the same way. And they were on perspective, and like you gave an opinion and a perspective that was like gold to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? They resonated with that. So if y'all want to hear K Mega, they're talking about something besides gaming. He actually put some references in there, so he did his thing. So it was a hell of a show, you know what I'm saying? GRG, we show love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can hate us, you can love us, we still gonna show love, and we gonna keep it professional, because that's what we are. We some professionals.
Oh, no doubt about
it. It was an epic show minus Prometheus.
Man, hey, that's my bust on up. Spell of the week, Triple Cup Chuck. His spell of the week is he wanted to meet this on there because you know he was gonna bring that fire.
Oh, okay. All right.
Messed up.
No doubt. But then last but not least, man, we have our Donald Trump. Hey, the Mueller report is in, Jack. What you gonna do? Hey, the Mueller report came in. And now I forget what dude's name is, Barr. He's going to look over everything, and then we're going to find out, was there any collusion or anything like that, or can it be indictments or anything like that? I know that they're saying that there's some kind of indictments popping up. That right now that there is no indictments, but the only reason why they say that is because a sitting president cannot be indicted. So when people think that when they hear that about that there can be no indictments, no extra indictments that's going on, then people might speculate, oh, well, he's innocent. Well, sorry, Live, you might not be innocent. You might have did some collusion. But regardless of that, man, I'm happy to have you on the show. Maybe until the end of 2020, your ass might be gone. But other than that, what's up with you, bro? And how's little Bianca?
Man, she, it's almost her birthday, so she's a little wild.
Mm-hmm.
But that's to be expected. I don't know. Little kids just get like that for whatever reason. But man, it's good. I ain't worried about no indictments. Get
Word. I know that's right. Don't worry about no indictments.
I done paid my taxes. I just ain't got to show you.
Oh, damn. All right, cool. I mean, I got to show my taxes every year, but it is what it is.
Not everybody's special like me. So
you're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is what it is. What's up with you, Xbot? You see I'm busy? You'll get that gameplay, damn it. Don't be stressing me about that gameplay.
Oh.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to take it out on everybody else who don't give me gameplay or GRG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Live, Chuck.
I'm working on it. It's been a busy week.
Yeah,
I got excuse, man. Something wrong with my Xbox. Every time I try to.
Oh man,
Upload Studio.
Man, I got 10 miles to feed.
Upload Studio ain't shit, man. You just gotta admit up to it, man. I know you know what the world knows.
Oh,
when I go to process the download when it's in compressing, it always pop up error. So I can't never download none of my videos.
Okay, cool,
That's my
cool.
I'm sticking to it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I did line ass. Anyway, Street 93 says, I'm on my Wesley Snipe and my Chris Tucker vibe. I hear that, bro. I hear that. What's up with you, Cedric? Sleepy Goblin, JT. What's up with you guys?
He said Wesley Snipes and who?
Chris Tucker.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
That's cool. That's a cool. That's a cool vibe. That's a cool vibe. That's a good vibe. That's real milk chocolatey, but
as long as you're not
that is
Wesley Snipes and Chris Rock, because we know your name be Pookie, you be smoking.
Daddy, I'm gonna die. All right, bro. Let's get to it. Let's talk about this.
Sounds like who?
Now, earlier today, I'm minding my business at work. You know what I'm saying? Doing the Lord's work, giving that mud. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that must have been blasphemy.
For this broadcast, we have lost K Mega. He is definitely botting. Back to you, 100.
Dog. Oh, am I botting?
No, you ain't completely out. You wasn't botting. You was all the way out.
Oh, was I? Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
You just got Errol Spenced.
Whoa, I should have said doing the Lord's work. Sorry, just Lord forgive me.
You said that, you was down.
Because I was just about to
blasphemy.
you know what? I just grabbed the cup too. I was about to start sipping, and God was like, "No, you don't." Anyway, so to a serious point, I was looking, and of course, I was doing the top 5 of my of my favorite games this gen, because we're almost at the end of this gen, and so I look and I just see something out of the blue from quite a few people. Something you look at as like maybe fanboy rhetoric, things like that. But I look and it's from Xbox, and normally at the end of the show, if you guys have been paying attention to GRG, you know that we've started doing this new thing called Fails of the Week, and we do it at the end of it. But today, for me, I'm going to do my Fail of the Week right now, and that has to go to whoever the hell has decided to have the name Blacks for Xbox.
We're going straight there. Okay.
As they're heading. Oh, this is the first story, Jack. This is the first one. To me, this is one of the most get it over with. Let's say what we got to say, and then we get on to the other stuff. But Blacks for Xbox. Now listen, I get this, right? I understand. It's trying what the whole idea of it, what's going on with it, talking about people of color into the community, into the gaming community. We need more of that. We need more support into that. I get that. There was nothing malicious about it, but it was dumb to have those words. It's not 1960s no more. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing to me is when I think about that, when you hear the words blacks like that, when you hear blacks, I feel of like two things. I feel like that one person that I work with, well, quite a few.
Crows over Dumbo.
These people that I work with that will try to insinuate to me that they have blacks as friends and try to make me feel comfortable. And then you also have that one where you think of where I'm watching one of Donald Trump's little speeches before he became president. And he was saying, look at my African Americans over there. I love the blacks. What do you have to lose? What the hell do you have to lose? And then lastly, it's not 1960 anymore. I know that black people can be difficult, or I should say African Americans. Africans, I have no idea. We have so many names and labels, right? But to me, right off the bat, it should not be saying blacks. We're 2019, not in 1960, 1970, or 1980. That shit should be dispelled and taken out immediately. But well, you know what? Before I go to the panel and get their thoughts on this, the one thing that makes me even more sick about this is because whoever was that tried to defend it doubled down and said the shit 3 more times. You could come and check out Blacks for the Community. We are not trying to do anything to be racist. We're trying to uplift and want to have everybody to be a part of this. You just don't get it. Whoever was in the room and they were decided of when they wanted to do this, I would like to know who that person was. Now, at the bottom of when you do look at it, it shows a lot of history. It shows really there was a black man who was the birth of video game of home consoles, pretty much by making the Atari. And they start talking about all this other stuff and bringing other people in the community. And big shout out to Lady Infamous, who got an interview from GDC. Big shout out to her for that. But the thing to me that's the biggest problem is that who signed that off to say, was there anybody in that room that decided, hey, you know what? Blacks. Xbox just doesn't sound too, you know what I'm saying? Black, you know what I'm saying? Black community for Xbox, I can rock with that. But blacks, okay. Who wants to jump on him this first?
Hey, don't that sound like black people?
Okay, go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead.
Hey, don't it sound like they just didn't have no black personnel to just say, not a good idea?
Maybe, but when they showed the people that spawned that are like who's in charge of it, there's 4 black women. I should say 4 African American women. See, I say black, but I don't say blacks.
I mean, the S kind of make it sound
like
they need to come. Yeah, they need to be more creative.
It rolls off the tongue so bad, and it just, like I said, black community for Xbox, it would be perfect for me. I wouldn't, and if anybody bitches say that still sounds to this and that, and I'm like, oh, now you bitch.
But I put this way, they ain't doing malicious. You gotta give them. They might not have the.
It ain't malicious. It's just the name. It's just the name. The name.
I know it sounds that way.
I
know the name sounds.
First, need to let them know that, hey, look, that name is bad. Go ahead, just change it. Just know what I'm saying. Stop. You know, hey, we understand. Y'all wasn't trying to be racist. We understand that. It's not. That's not the fact. The part gonna get people pissed off is when they keep that name going and they don't say, okay, well, look, we know we made a mistake. What can we do? You know what I'm saying? Get somebody, you know, say, well, let's swag to just come out with something like liquid blacks, you know, not a liquid black, or if they want to use black, try to do something just creative. Don't do that. Or you don't have to use black. Just use a word that could symbolize a group of people.
Well, I throw this out. Let's go play devil's advocate. Let's throw this out. What about they say whites for Xbox? Would you take the same offense of it?
Yes.
No. Hold on.
Kind of sounds weird.
You can't say that.
Go ahead.
You cannot say that because whites wasn't the one fighting for their rights in this country. So you can never say that.
I mean, some was.
No, it was not.
Some was back in the day.
Okay, the Irish in New York.
That's it. You know.
That's it. Let's not go there.
Certain people, but.
My thing is,
I think, but I think some people kind of make them pick a little bit too much. I know it's a different name.
It's not offensive. It's not offensive.
But I don't think if it wasn't a malicious threat attempt, and like you said, I saw somebody talk about it, but I didn't really see it to see if what they had underneath. If it wasn't maliciously, it's nothing wrong for you.
It ain't malicious.
It's nothing wrong with K Mega's doing and what you guys doing and saying, hey,
you know what, I'm gonna wait my turn.
You can change your name up. You know, you can change it can sound better, but it ain't gonna fuck up my day. It ain't gonna piss me off. I would have just scrolled and kept it fucking moving.
It ain't Gucci blackface shirts.
No.
Facts. Let's not blow this out of proportion, but I'll wait my turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
Let me jump in real quick. I'll say the reason why it sounds so weird is because you never hear in anything black related, like corporate. You say, let's say it was black lawyers or something. Nobody says blacks for law. It'll be like black lawyers.
Yes, they do.
Yes, no, they don't. No, they don't.
No.
Yes,
they won't just say blacks for law. They'll say black.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Black,
I'm gonna let them finish.
Specifically something. Like if they said black gamers for Xbox, nobody would have said shit.
No,
because it's very specific about what it's talking about. But saying blacks and then for Xbox, it just sounds weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Hold on.
Like when I was in college, there's a black engineering program. Nobody said shit about that because it tells you very specifically of what it's in relation to.
I'm gonna name something in New York City that y'all possibly may not know. 100 blacks in 100 black cops. What is it called? 100 black.
It's probably called 100 black cops. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So listen to what I'm saying. You know what? I'll wait my turn. I'm sorry.
This is your turn.
Hold on. I'm gonna go back to Chuck because Chuck didn't get a chance to finish. But before I get to Chuck, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna Ronin Star 58. He's already trying to be messy. He think we're gonna talk about this. Don't worry about this, Ronin. That's plenty to talk about tonight.
I already ate him up earlier this day.
He said Crackdown 3. Now look. Look, bruh, I hope that you spelled that to be, or maybe there's a spell check.
No, that's Creek down. Blow him up. It's Creek.
Okay.
He's from country. He country. He
No,
Creek.
no. He ain't that. I ain't that.
He Creek down.
I ain't
Creek
that
down
damn
3
country. I ain't that
block
damn country.
on
I know
NPD.
these
Who
Yankees
you
ain't
going
got
to
no
blame?
sense.
Creek down.
Okay. Anyway, okay.
That game didn't come out. Creek down did not come out.
Yeah, I don't know about Creek Down 3. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe it did because I never played Creek Down.
He eat fried turtle on his day off. Facts.
You know, I'm over here thinking of creeks and
Creek Down.
He's playing too much Mario over there.
Yeah,
Flicking fleas off his toenails
no,
when he go fishing.
I'll show respect to it.
Man.
He said,
I did.
Well, Crackdown.
I'm showing respect to his vocabulary.
NPD. Who are you going to blame?
I'm blame you because Creek Down don't exist.
What the fuck does? Anyway.
Typo.
Anyway, so it seems like he's in his right now. Anyway, let's get back to it. Triple Cup.
He just got his star power.
Yeah, Triple Cup. Go ahead.
Oh no, man. That basically everybody pretty much said exactly what the feeling of it is. It's just the odd name of it. And like how you and me and you came, man, we from the South. So one thing we do is people talk more direct. Like certain words, I know that we'll say normal to each other that it's really politically incorrect, like by a full shot. So I'm used to hearing stuff that's politically incorrect. But when you hear something like that for a title, it don't give you that pizzazz. It give you a grunt, more feel to it. So that's not a good look. And the first thing a person do is you see the logo or the name. So the name have to actually fit what you're going through. Like Livewire was saying it perfectly, like how the correct way of implementing, if you want to just say this for the Pacific group, even if it's Native Americans, like it's the way you implement things that's gonna vibe along with the people, and that should be day one. So Microsoft, y'all ain't getting no slack about that. And y'all ain't finna get no force about it because it ain't as bad as people try to make it. It's just you know what I'm saying, a slight of misthought.
You're just not you're not used to white America saying that. That's what it is. I agree
But
with you.
I don't even know if this is white America that said
I do.
And and hold on, let me. Well, listen, bruh. We from the South, man. We here. I don't even think out there in the East and West Coast that they say racial words like coon and shit like that out there.
They don't.
No, they don't. They got other. Yeah, so we've heard all the different
demographic, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, we get you get it, but nobody say it directly in your face.
Do not get it like them.
They know the one that gets you is a boy.
No, sir.
Hey, that boy, that's the one that'll get you.
We do not get it like them.
We
way more
We
modern
get it at different times. They gonna pull us over for no apparent reason.
I'm still
They call me a coon in an aggressive way.
Mooly. You know, in New York and in Chicago, you say it was the word mooly. I remember when people played. What was that? What was that game? Oh my God! Oh, Mafia 2. When they had the stuff. They was like, "Lo, we gonna go over there. We're gonna attack the moolies." First of all, in the 50s and 60s, when the gangsters talked about the black gangsters, they used to call us moolies because that's what we was called. So people played that game and had a problem with the word mooly being used in that time and era. But that's what it is. You can't get mad from the history.
Hey, you want to talk about Mafia? Have you played Mafia 3? Mafia 3 is set in Louisiana, and guess what? It's still the exact same way today.
No facts, but y'all from the South. Y'all dealt with more racism because that's where it was basically.
But hey, no, the good part about it, it make you strong. So like when you see I can see a person like white people or Asian people, all different type of people. We all show love to each other, and you can see a bigger environment that we could be more open with each other and be able to talk amongst each other. Like I hear stuff about certain games and how they want, different things to represent different people.
You cannot be mad at a game for representing an era that was realistically saying what they were saying in those days.
Yeah,
that's want to play that game. You do not buy it.
Mafia 3 was fantastic.
Yes, it was. It
was fantastic.
Hey, I was like,
Stop it.
Hey, that was my division to shout out to Mooch out there in New York. How the division remind y'all of home, and shout out to Dragon, and shout out to all my other people that's out here that's from New York City. how the division say, okay, y'all see landmarks, and y'all, you know, say y'all, that's Mafia 3.
All right.
For me.
Right.
Let me go to
next time we were two left.
Let me go to operations because he hasn't said anything about this. What is your whole thoughts about the whole blacks for Xbox?
Hey, wait till you speak. Yeah, go trip.
Next.
All right. I was just trying to give another minute. All right. Cool. Right. Lemon, you want to go ahead and finish up what you got to say? All right, go ahead. Okay, who was that? That must have been Chuck.
James Brown.
Was that you?
That's Lemon. That's Lemon.
All right.
First of all, please call me a black man. Don't call me a nigras. Don't call me a coon. Don't call me the negative nigras. I ain't gonna say that online. But what I'm saying is, if they say blacks in gaming and I raise my fist at the Olympics, I'm black and I'm proud, say it loud. James Brown got it right in the 60s, and I'm not mad. We got to stop being so sensitive. We are blacks, period.
Bruh,
no. Shit. Let me get my ease moment on. See, I'm not from the South, and I'm black, and I am proud. James Brown came out and said it. I'm black, and I'm proud. Step up to the plate, yellow brother.
Okay, listen. All right.
No. Let's be real here.
Okay, go ahead.
That's why I played the song, because that's being real.
That's
I'm not mad at Microsoft.
That's why I love my family, man. Because I'm
not mad at what Microsoft did, because we've been calling ourselves blacks, and if the white community accept us as blacks like we call them the white community, why are you mad? We've been calling them white people.
But nobody. Okay, see,
and me and you white.
You're not getting the whole.
I get what you're saying. I do get it, but we have to stop being so sensitive
of it. That's
not degrading. The point is, you're supposed to be proud.
That was a whole degrading era back then, and it still has a degrading.
If they say you are Nigger,
bruh,
it's a problem.
It's still got a stigma behind it, just like that word, and just like all the rest of the racist words. Look, when I'm
not gonna take it like that, K Mega.
That's fine. You don't have to.
You know why I'm not? Because when let me say, okay, you know I own a club, right? When I see these people, 80-year-old, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, and that song come on for them, everybody on the dance floor screaming, "I'm black and I'm proud."
But then they say we're blacks and we're proud. They say I'm black and I'm proud.
Hey, what about that sound? Play that funky music.
Because it's plural, it changes the demographic
it
of what it means.
Because it has a stigma behind it.
No. They didn't call me the N-word. I'm good.
Okay.
Because the N-word is going to get you swallowing some ivory. Facts.
That's fine.
So if you say, you know what I'm saying? If you say, yo, that's a black guy right there, I'm going to be like, yes, I am black. Thank you. If you say,
what if they call you an ex-back?
What?
What they call you an ex-back?
Then I will point them to the two X-Bot babies we know. X-Bot and Knuckles. That's not me.
I think you're looking at you're also looking at two different
perspectives. That's what I'm saying.
It's not even really two different perspectives.
It's not a negative perspective, but some things we just don't need to harp on. I'm not mad they're calling me a black guy. I'll be the black guy, because when I see a white dude and he do something, that white dude be bugging. Oh, you can't call me a white dude. Come on,
I don't look. There's so many ways you can take it.
You gotta let go, man. Especially in the United States, everybody mixed with something. Yo, hey, nigga, you mixed with Indian.
Lemon. Listen, the likeliness is the black person probably made this.
Yo, I'm just saying, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's not.
This subject is crazy. And I'm not going to blast Microsoft for doing something like this. But I will blast Gucci for blackface shirts. That's different. With big red lips. Come on, man.
You pull it over your face. You don't pull it over your head.
Yeah,
you pull it up. Yeah, a turtleneck. It's like a turtleneck.
I don't want to say the N-word. The N-word strap around their neck. Stop.
Look.
I'm not going to discredit Microsoft for saying blacks in gaming. or whatever it is.
Nah, I'm telling you, y'all both looking at it completely different.
Listen, man. Come
Okay,
on.
Mega's listening to it and hearing dog whistle.
Listen,
right?
I understand what
Hold on. Let him talk.
What I'm saying is, Lemon, you're only looking at it from your perspective, right?
From James Brown and the Olympus perspective.
No, you're not listening. You're
talking. Lemon,
talking, but you're not listening.
Okay. Just listen. Then you can give a
Mega's talking from K Mega. K Mega watched so much political shit, it's ridiculous, right? Facts. So he's way more sensitive.
Right. Oh shit!
No, I'm not. No. That's not what I'm not saying sensitive as far as like you soft or something like that. You're just more aware of in certain terms, like like blacks. You know what? When people, some of the people, when they heard it, like they saw what it wrote blacks, right? You get that connotation where it's like them over there, separate. Right. Versus if you said black gamers, it just describes the type of gamer that it is. When you say blacks, it's almost like they're separate. Those people over there, they support Xbox versus saying black gamers. Oh, this group of people, it's a weird thing where it's like, oh, blacks have always been. Anytime you heard blacks, it was like, oh, them over there, those folks. You don't really pay attention to them. They're over there on that side. No different if you said like Spanish or the Chinese, like instead of saying like specifically what they are.
But you know what, Live? I'm not discrediting that. When we was called the N-word and we was called derogatory statements and fighting to ride on the front of the bus, you see, I don't really like going into this because I don't like going this way. But what I'm saying, when we had to fight for who we was, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Thomas Boylan, I can keep going. Everybody wanted to be called a black man. So just because Microsoft said blacks and whatever, that's not a discredit because it's really not an insult because that's what
I'm not saying. But you're looking at it as like Microsoft. What I'm telling you is somebody who's black probably wrote it.
But listen to me. I get it. What I'm saying is just because a corporate situation said it, that doesn't make it a negative. I get what K Mega's saying, especially where he from, especially where Triple from. You ain't from down there. You from up here with me.
Yeah.
You look at racism differently. What I'm saying is I don't disagree. What I'm saying is it doesn't need to be blown out of proportion like it's a blackface goddamn sweater.
Well, see, that's the thing right there. I
didn't disagree with you. I didn't disagree with you. What I'm saying is, I'm not mad they said we blacks. Just don't say nothing else. But
no. I think what people were saying more than anything was like, dude, this is. It's almost like if you watch somebody type some shit that was misspelled and kind of fucked up. And so instead of saying have a good day, you said have a fucked up day or something dumb shit like that. You'd be like, damn, you ain't look at this shit like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not in the sense of like, oh my god, they said some racist. No. But it was worded in a way where it's like, damn, y'all need to fix this. You feel me? That's more than anything. That's what people feel like.
To bring another perspective, so people have an open eye on the situation, because they hear us talk and they just gonna run with like it's completely Microsoft is racist. So
no. Nobody's not saying that.
I didn't say I said that. I said when people listen to us, they'll run with, oh, they're being racist.
No, because Lemon, we know Microsoft. More than likely, they had a black person design it. They might just not have most black.
No, I think so, Chuck. That's what the thing of it. That's what the thing of it that makes it even more distressing is. And to me, that's the
because K Mega, you know why that is? Because when you only have one black person or maybe two in the room,
yes,
and they think alike,
right?
You don't have my language because guess what? Black people ain't all the same,
right?
Just like in this conversation, we don't look at shit the same.
Absolutely. What was you gonna say? 100?
No. Okay, I'll put it this way. Okay, me and my sister are like night and day, right? She's more corporate, where I'm more, I can do the corporate, but I can go talk hood. I use all type of explicitives every 5 minutes. I prefer the hood culture other than the corporate culture, but we still the same people. We still come from the same parents and stuff like that. Some people grow up differently, and don't feel that way. Like they never like exposed that. Like like my grandpa was in Louisiana, but his best friend was a white guy. No, from this day, anything I'm doing, well, give me a call on my birthday or something.
100.
How you doing? But everybody comes from just because you from a certain city. Some things that you grew up around a certain culture. The culture could be proper. Like if you go to boarding school, you don't really got nothing to talk about somebody that went to the school in the hood.
What's crazy?
But 100, racism is everywhere. It doesn't matter what
he has a
you're behind.
He has a good point because think of it this way, 100. And I'm gonna ask you this question: say if somebody who grew up out in the suburbs came to the hood, and they come into an area where they don't really know what the fuck is going on. Don't you
have to give them the blues?
No, but you have to put them up on game and like, yo, you go here, you don't do this. Right. They don't know what to do and not to do
just because
in your area.
Because we said it could be black people that did it, these black people could have been brought up a different way. They wasn't brought up being urban. They think that's okay.
Right, that's why we letting them know.
And that's why we're letting them know that it's not okay. See, that's like
but it's a lot of people out there everybody thinks the hood is so widespread. No. Every black people don't live in a damn hood. And I get tired of that's what I get tired of. It's a lot of us educated. You can look at KK, make it sound educated.
No, operation sounds educated.
Operation sounds educated.
You gotta know what operation nationality is.
But I don't want to sound
educated. Don't say that.
Yeah, but we are educated.
We are educated.
I don't want to sound educated. I want to sound because I got to do that. And I got to sound educated in real life. And I don't like to do when I get on here. I want to be myself. Like this, I want to be opened up. But if that's who you are, that is who you are. And I believe that, they sat at the table, and I don't believe that they did it. I think they was like, okay, this sound good. Yeah, this sound good.
Okay, so check it out, right?
They should have called K Maker and asked for.
You got damn right. They should have called me, and then I would have made it. I would have made sure. Look, this is the thing right here. Like I understand.
I'll be sure in gaming.
I understand the whole corporate. You got to be around this type of group of people. Look, if there's one thing that the African Americans do in this country and do it well is that we have to have two faces. When we're in the workplace, we have to be a certain way. When we're at home, we act a certain way because that's just because we let our hair down. Right. This is the thing about this though, and I gotta give credit to Taser Delight. He said this. This was right, exact to the point that I think that everybody else is kind of complaining about it as well. I'm surprised since Microsoft is so politically correct that they didn't go the route and say African Americans. That's the thing that bothers me the most. And you may. Hold on.
The African American role, but what about black people that's from Africa that's here?
Hold on. Listen. Let me make this point. Okay, but this is the thing right here is that with Microsoft, they have this high plateau of politically correctness, right? And this isn't politically correct. I mean, our main man, Mr. Kima, he sits there, he says, I reprimanded Microsoft on for this 2 years ago when they did a conference on blacks in gaming. And I said that the title was insulting to the black Americans in this country. And it is. You got to know the stigma behind it. It's got nothing to do with, everybody needs to do kumbaya, love one another. We got to be a certain way. We got to be. That fucking word has a stigma behind it. Yes, the fuck it was, Lemon. Lemon. Yes, it was. You're fucking wrong. You're wrong. You're motherfucking wrong, bruh. You're wrong. It has a stigma, and it means negative shit towards black people. Now that shit right there is okay. Look, you're entitled to your opinion, but bro, you're gonna get mine too. You're wrong.
Yo, bro, I'm not against
you. No, I'm not against you too. But you keep telling me that this shit is not that does not have a bad stigma, and it does.
Then the country shouldn't be singing "I'm black and I'm proud."
But it's not saying I'm okay.
It's the S. Hey, Lemon.
It's the S into it. It's that. Okay, it's just like
got everything to do with it.
Yes, the adding the S into it, right? It's just like with the difference between the N word, the and the R. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even though that word should read, you know what I'm saying? I know all of us say it, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't, but we feel vindicated because we say instead of saying we change it up. And it's still fucking wrong.
We turn it into a love word for us.
But if you go back and you check your history, there was a reason why there was one change from that word blacks, colored, into African American, and then it changed back to whatever else that it is now. I have no fucking idea what it is.
I don't want to be called colored.
I don't think anybody wants to go back to the word color. But the thing of it is that has a stigma behind it. And when you have a company that is so politically correct, it is very ignorant of them to do it. And whoever did it, black, white, green, yellow, fucking, if they had fucking Martian come down here and says, let's make this title, then that motherfucker needs to be reprimanded, not fired. I don't believe people should be fired, but they need to change it. They need to change it.
They just need to they need to change it.
Okay.
Because you know what? Because it would be no different than if somebody was like, oh, you see those black guys over there versus saying, you see those blacks over there? You'd be like, what the fuck? The blacks over there?
Right, like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, there is a difference in it. And it may sound stupid to certain people that aren't our color, our race. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. It's just like for certain things.
I think everybody get it.
Everybody has that trigger word. Every race has that trigger word that you just cannot say to them.
I want to just say this: was it malicious from Microsoft?
No,
I thought it was correct.
No.
Can I get one minute right fast? Look, check this out. Look, this conversation should let them know they need to change it. Even though, let's say, whoever think any direction, no matter what you think, just because the stigma that's bringing this attention negatively. I got you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So to this thing that they're doing that's positive. So they just need to stop the negative and actually just do something different and just let it all be positive, because they get too much focus on the wrong thing. I mean, it's a bad thing, but it's
right. Yeah, the whole focus behind, that's the thing. The whole focus. You should read the Twitter shit. The social media is lighting their ass up, and this is something that even Infamous said, that she's absolutely right. This is Xbox has been sitting on cloud nine because all of this other stuff that's been going on. It's been the whole stuff that we'll talk about here with the exclusives with Cuphead and all that. All this shit is bouncing off of them right now. The whole crackdowns. Everybody's more on Google's ass, and then now more concerned of what's going on with PlayStation than Xbox. And all of a sudden, out of the damn blue, here's something to bring more attention to Xbox in a negative light than it is positive. That's the thing that makes that it's just like
you think Megan, you think they fuck with their stocks? No. So I don't know why you getting all angry, getting all fucked up.
It's not about I'm fucked up because
at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We giving it more fuck about it. We said what we said about it. It should be dead and done with. And we move on for
it. This should be dead and done with. This should be talked about.
It don't need to be talking about.
Hold on. Let me break this point to you.
How long? Hold on. Like you said, they didn't do it maliciously.
Right.
So you acting like they did it maliciously.
No, I didn't. I'm saying that they need to change it. It needs to be talked about.
This is what Lemon just said. Lemon said somebody gonna hear this. They're gonna think about, Microsoft is racist.
They're already saying that before we even had the show.
Well, hell with them. Thing about it is, we're supposed to see the positive light. It's like, we don't like the name.
No, I'm not going to kiss no ass. Look, I'm an Xbox dude, but I ain't kissing no Xbox ass for them making stupid.
It ain't kissing no ass.
It ain't
a damn title.
It ain't happening.
It's a title. It's a title. I just saw worse titles on the interweb.
Bruh, it's
I just saw worse titles on the interweb.
100. Slow down. Let me say something.
I just saw worse titles on the interweb. And I ain't hit nobody tripping.
100. Listen to me. We also got to state, and I told K-Mega this before you got in here. One of the biggest NJW. What is it? NJWC. What is it called?
What you call it?
NAACP. Okay. Microsoft has been one of the biggest financial supporters in that situation, more than a lot of people. It's not that they're racist. I get what the subject is not that they're racist. It needs to be changed so it appeases everybody. That's what K Mega is saying. Am I wrong, K
But think
Mega?
about it.
You're not wrong. If you're going to try to put yourself at a higher plateau,
Hold on.
If you're going to put yourself in this higher plateau, politically correct, this, that, we don't want, we want to be friends with everybody. We want to do this. We want to do that. And then come with this term that is degrading, that has a stigma. It's not a good look. It makes you like a hypocrite.
Somebody can't make mistakes. People can't make mistakes. They made a mistake.
No, he's not saying that. He's not saying that. Hold on, 100. He's saying they need more of a general statement to reflect what they want to.
Yes, and play. They doubled down.
Right.
That's what I think it was a black woman that did it. I think it was an African American woman did it. But the fact of it is that you need to get your head out your ass if you were a woman of color that did write that term. And
what he's saying is it doesn't appease to the people in the South.
Right. Hey, look, let me give you a perfect example.
People out here.
The point. Let's not get it twisted. They're not saying it's the worst thing ever said. They're not saying it's malicious. They're saying it should be changed so it agrees with everybody.
Right.
If you want to say something, let it go across the board. Right now, the statement and the title is conflicting between different demographics of the country. That's what they're saying, and I agree with that.
Right.
I think it's more than just demographics of the country. I think it could even go even further as demographic and also just generational. Because if my mom saw that, my mom, people don't know this, but my mom was a former Black Panther. That's the thing. Like you don't know. That's why I always stay conscious. People don't know this. But the fact that if my mom saw this, if my mother seen it, she man, do you not?
All right, so Megan,
she would
let's
probably
do this. Let's do this. We do this next week. I asked my mom would she take what offense if she would do it because she's from down south.
Hey, well look,
and then she been living in California, and then that's why I asked your mom how that and let's see who really gonna take it or should they change it.
Hey, look, let me give you a perfect example.
We can do that. I'm down for that.
Because she grew up in Louisiana and grew up in the country picking cotton, but she's been living out here for a bunch of years. Right. And let's see if your mom take offense of it or not. Let's.
Oh, I know my mom. There ain't no There's not even a question.
Hey, look. Let me give a perfect example. Let me give an example. Look, hold on. Let's check this out. Look, y'all know Burger King, right? But if you go to I think it's the UK. It's called Burger Royale. They don't call it Burger King because Burger King would be offensive to them. So that's why they had to change the name to a whole different name from being in the United States and Burger King because it's politically correct and it's acceptable to us. But if it's not acceptable, that's why they had to change it. And Microsoft should know they just got to change it. It can be done all the time.
You know what? I need more people in this chat to be active on this subject.
Oh, they're active on it. They're talking about it. Bloody Knuckles. I know Bloody Knuckles. You're here. What's up, man? What's happening with you? I was over here giving you hell.
I wanted to bring up, but I didn't want to put my. I didn't want to.
You didn't want to touch it. You don't want to touch this.
Don't touch it, Knuckles.
No, stop.
Quiet. I'm just trying to.
Let the man have his. Yeah, I know. Stop it, Lemon.
I ain't gatekeeping nothing. Yeah, I just slip in here and I hear this going off. I'm just like, oh shit! I'm just
exactly like a big brother. Like you better.
I am his big brother. I am. I'm my brother's keeper. I'm all y'all niggas big.
Oh, see, shut up. No more talking until you get talked to. See, you already there. You go. That's why you got. No, you didn't. Because that's why you got no Xbox.
Oh damn! That's why y'all should just say I'm black. Don't use the N word.
See, I wasn't going to do that anyway. Okay, Knuckles. What is your thoughts on this, man?
Can I choose to plead the fifth on this?
Okay, cool. That's fine. You can plead the fifth on it. All right. I just want to say one more thing on it, and then
say the N word again. You're banned from GRG for 6 months this time.
You sure the hell will be because that's a lot of stuff. Anyway, no. So this is the thing, right? This is the thing, right?
Man, why you gotta bring that up, man?
I know, but this is the thing right here. Is the problem with this is why I can't. Okay. This is why I don't look. I'm an Xbox guy. That's my preferred console. I play on everything, whatever, blah, 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 right? But when this needs to be addressed, let's just be real here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't get a chance to listen to Mooch because I was at work. I was working. I didn't get a chance to listen to Mooch and them. But I don't think that they even addressed this. I don't think you damn sure know the crap in them ain't going to address this.
Because I mean, unless anybody in there black.
But hold on. That's the thing, though. If it's not, who else is going to address it except for us?
Right.
People of color.
Black podcast.
Right. A diverse podcast that could go ahead and do it. I don't know. Bot might sit there and bring it up because we have a diverse group on next podcast. So that would be good. That'd be a good look to talk about and get a perspective from somebody that's from Bot who's white, Italian. I think he's Italian.
Don't say white. You gotta say Caucasian. You gotta keep it politically correct. They
Caucasian. I'll do it. Whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's
politically correct.
Okay, but regardless of the fact of this, as me growing up and growing, not forget about the whole South thing. Me growing up and hearing the difference in between of what you know what I'm saying, blacks, black, Negro, all these crazy little words and things the things that the people will try to berate and belittle you and try to make you feel like you're lesser than them. Blacks is in that world, is in that sphere. And that's the thing to me where if you got enough people that says that it's offensive, take it down. Change it. It's real simple to just say
make a universal
the black community of Xbox. I don't see
You're biting. Slow down.
Get your breath. Inhale.
Your microphone says slow down.
All right, my microphone says slow down. Am I back?
Look. Your rising chip is falling out.
You know, pull this mic out.
It's on fire, bro. It's my mic.
Okay, I know what the topic is now. I got you.
Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know.
Wait, what?
Oh, you still biting? What you said?
Mega, your mic don't like you right now, bro.
Oh, Mega, like, step out the microwave, man.
Black mics don't matter. Black mics don't matter.
Don't do that.
K-Mega gonna boot me.
Oh, come on.
Look, since K-Mega stepped out, I had this conversation with a couple coworkers at work, right? And he was making a good point because of the fact that no. I'm using what he said, right? And he identifies himself as a black male, right? And the reason he says that because he was talking with a friend, one of our other coworkers who said, she's African American. He said, that's great that you choose to identify yourself that. He's like, but if you look at the history, he was talking about how the black community has had their entire identity erased because of the fact that, even Africans, like actual Africans, don't even consider African Americans, African because of the fact that they don't know where they come from anymore. He said that what they have done, and again, this is his thoughts, not mine, but I understand where he's coming from, is that they've built their own culture around what they do. Blacks have built their own culture every time, and every other culture has taken from black culture. However, they don't have their own identity. What they are now is, when you look at the word black, people see it as a negative, but they don't really know where they come from. If you look at any Caucasian male, right, they can know their history. They can know that they're Irish. They can know that they're Italian, that they can know that they're German, of any of those European Caucasian descents. When it comes to African American males, blacks here in America, they don't know their history. They don't know where their ancestry comes from because of the fact that it was stolen from them so many times. They are one of the only races in history that were taken from everywhere and sold everywhere, and they don't know truly where they come from. So I understand why people get mad at them using the term black as a way to identify themselves, but it's not as negative of a connotation because of the fact that it is the identity that they have made for themselves. Not everyone accepts the term African American. Some people do because they want that to be the PC way to do it. Mm-hmm. But not even actual Africans will accept that term because of the fact that they don't know where in Africa they come from, that they don't see themselves as Africans. So how can you be an African American? It's different for other cultures because of the fact that they can transplant themselves from those other cultures and come to America and be able to take that, Muslim American, for those who come from Muslim countries, whether they come from Pakistan, Iraq, or anything like that, they can transplant that. You have Italian Americans. We've seen those all in New York and that whole area because that's where they transplanted from Italy. Same with Spain, same with Puerto Ricans, same with Mexicans and all sorts of stuff like that, even Haitians. But the thing is, they have their identity still. whereas the black community who grew up in America through the 1700s and now, they don't know where their roots come from. Yes, they can look back at it and stuff like that, but it's not solidified.
I mean, it's even deeper than that, to be honest.
I'm not saying it's not deeper. I'm not saying it's not deeper. I'm just saying that that's where it comes down to. So people who are trying to say,
you got people that are Jamaican, that, you know, Jamaica is the country that they claim, but they not. Their ancestors ain't from Jamaica. You feel me? Like,
I absolutely feel
the Caribbean. A lot of Africans were stolen and brought to the Caribbean. You know, you got Puerto Ricans. They black too. Yeah. Like, they just mixed in. Like, it's real deep.
Yeah, and they're even treated differently in Puerto Rico, in Mexico, and out there in the Caribbean. It's really crazy. Like, we can get really deep and philosophical behind it. My man FC Violet, he was like, "Hey, Mega, is it the group that Microsoft sponsored called that?" Yes, we said that earlier, that this isn't what Microsoft did. That's what I'm saying. If you've seen the group, there was four black ladies, or African American ladies, whatever you want to call them, women. And women of color, that's the proper term. The women of color that seem to be the heads of blacks for Xbox. And so, yeah, we addressed it there earlier. It's just the fact that what Livewire said, which was absolutely 100%, was that some people I'm not gonna downgrade it.
They tone deaf.
Yeah, they tone deaf. They get into an environment and they forget about the history. They forget about
it. Can't make it. Think of it this way: you could have 4 black women that did this, and that'd be cool. But what if they all Ben Carson type black women?
That's what I'm saying, right? That's the thing. Like, I mean, that's the thing right there. Is that where you hit on? Like, it was
talking about slavery was just an option. You could just put a boat.
But this is the thing that was really trippy about it, is because whoever that was, they doubled down when people were giving out their expression of saying how much they didn't like this term. And that's why I think that it was, woman of color, because she came back with an attitude like, look, this is what you can look at it for whatever you, and I'm like, look, you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Look, just change the name, get it over with. No, did Microsoft sign off on this? Well, I'm sure that they may had to, or whatever. I don't know to that sense. But if you look at it from Microsoft's perspective, it's like, look, well, these are women of color, so obviously it must be fine with them. So it's not really Microsoft's fault. And no, Microsoft is not racist. You know what I'm saying? So before any of these crazy fools out here, because I've seen racist stuff. I'm thinking about posting something that I seen, and I remember I posted in Bang Bang a couple of years ago. And because there were so many of these PlayStation fans that were bringing up stuff about Bill Gates and saying that he was trying to kill Africans and stuff like that, and stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Okay, go ahead. Anyway,
you know what? I'm pulling a Delilah. Let's go to the next subject.
Well, we'll go to the next subject when I'm done.
Let's go to
when I'm done.
Okay, when you're done. No, buddy.
Let me finish, because I'm not going to stop until I'm done. Okay,
and we're gonna be done with this, because this could go on for 17 centuries.
It could, but
so let him get finished.
If you keep interrupting me, we're gonna keep going on for another 17. Can I finish? All right. So the point I'm trying to make is that for the fools out there saying that Microsoft is being racist and all that crazy stuff, no, it's not. The thing of it is what's racist is that there was a picture that was shown, and I didn't see any of these so-called crazy fanboys get into an outrage, but I did, as a fan of Sony, and then I wrote to Sony like, "What the hell did you do?" I mean, of course, they didn't respond back or nothing. But if you remember, during the PSP, they brought in the white PSP, and they had a picture that they showed. It was out there. There was a picture that a big advertisement that they showed a black woman and they showed a white woman, and the white woman had the black woman by the mouth. And then they were promoting, and then they were just, I mean, that is the most degrading thing that I've ever seen next to the red lips from the public, bro. Like, what? And there was no outrage from no PlayStation fan. And look, did that make PlayStation racist? No. But that made whoever made that advertisement different. Real suspect, real different. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to say on that. That's all I want to say. All right.
Let's go. Stadia.
Okay, cool. Well, let's not go to Stadia. Let's go to
the first subject before this.
Man,
I want to talk about Stadia. You know I got to go early. We're not doing this, Kate Nizzle.
see, you be slipping. All right, we'll talk about Stadia then. All right, cool. All right. Let's talk about.
Go first. I go last. Thank you, host. You the best.
All right, man.
Best host. 405.
Oh my God. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about Stadia. Basically, let me go to you, 100. Are you a believer of Stadia? Do you think that this has does it have the goods to deliver to the fans to where it could even compete with the big three? Do you think that this thing 10.7 T flops, you know what I'm saying, lack of lag, all of this? I mean, do you think that this is the real deal, or you think it's a lot of hyperbole?
And he's gone.
Thank you, 100. Thank you for that. Thank you for that serious rebuttal. Good looking.
All right. What about you, operations?
Hang on. No, I'm here. No, I was here. I'm here. Damn. What happened? No, I'm letting y'all talk about the politics and stuff, man. You know. Now we're talking about gaming. Now we can talk about gaming. We can talk about gaming.
We're talking about gaming now. All right.
Yeah, we're talking about gaming. So what I think about the Stadia is, I like the concept of everything, but the price, nah, because I ain't gonna be long with it. I ain't gonna be long with it. The price, we don't got no price yet. It's not a whole bunch of game studios. You know what I'm saying? You need to go check out me at 108 on his channel and on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm self doing it. And we talking about everything. Yeah, I'm self promoting myself. I don't give a damn.
Dynamic duo. I like
you know that. What I'm saying? So you can hear more on it, and we break it down in different perspectives and everything. But the interweb ain't ready for it yet. But the way they put the presentation was off the chain. You know, I give it to them, but I want to see it. I want to see it in full-fledged mode where everybody pounding that server all at one time. And that's all I got to say about that.
Okay. All right. What about you, Knuckles? Stadia?
Oh, Stadia?
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed with Stadia. It didn't show, like, what they're promising is cool. They're selling dreams, man. They're selling dreams.
Facts.
But they had nothing substantial. They used nothing but buzzwords and using stuff that was already known about, but they don't have anything to really show off. They are trying to make it seem like it's much bigger than it's gonna be. And my issue is with Google. They do a lot of projects and then they leave those projects to just like die. Look at Google Glass, Google Plus, and every other thing that Google has done. Hell, even look at how they've kind of done YouTube ever since they acquired YouTube back in 2009, 2010, whenever they did that. They've completely changed a lot. Stadia, I don't really think is all that impressive, as well as their servers, right? Their servers are basically the capacity of an Xbox One X and a PS4 Pro strapped together with some duct tape and a couple wires. Why are their entire servers barely stronger than the two most powerful consoles out right now, when they should be 10 times that if it's a server from one of the biggest online infrastructure companies around?
That's why I fuck with you, bloody.
Okay, cool. All right. Operations. What was your thoughts about the about Stadia, and are you a believer?
Believer? I mean, like, no, go ahead, man. It's also like I never doubted tech. They really did talk big during Stadia because they really threw shots at all console manufacturers throughout the thing. They pretty just put them down pretty much. But like right now, this is like the really early stages of Stadia. We haven't really gotten our hands on much except like what? A very controlled.
Why are you downplaying? You've been hyping this up ever since you saw the damn show.
No. I'm kind of down in the middle because it does sound cool. It's interesting as well because they put some of the concepts that they introduced. They did put Microsoft in place, and they hope to take points from it as well. Like it does really sound interesting, but like you have to hear everybody talk about it, especially more if you're experienced with it. It did change my perspective towards it as well. Hearing y'all talk about it as well. So I mean, like I was hyped there first because of course the presentation was good, but after seeing y'all talk about it, like it did bring me back down to reality. Looking at tech, looking at everything to present with it as well. It's like I'm not as gung ho as I was before, as I am right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Live?
Man. I mean, I tried it out and it works. It's cool, but you're dealing with how much How much is it going to cost? You're dealing with how much is it going to cost as far as internet, requirements. So if you're at a lower level, lower tier in your internet consumption, can you get it bumped up? That's if you don't have a data cap. If your data cap is just not for you.
Get done.
So now I understand in different countries that might not be an issue, and maybe that's more prevalent there. But in the States, you got people that don't have internet that's that great, or they just have data caps. Because some people have great internet, they just got data caps. So I mean, there's a lot of little things to work out. I know people were like, "Well, this is the death of Xbox." I would never say the death of any console.
Facts.
Based on the streaming. Don't get me wrong; it's a nice option for those that have unlimited, data and want to choose to go this route. I think people that are big streamers, people that this kind of helps them out. Like, say if you want to stream straight to YouTube and blah blah blah, it's an option, especially for somebody who streams a lot. All right, cool. But for like the average Joe,
nope.
I don't know how much the subscription is going to cost. I was saying it'd probably be like $250 a year. Because looking at it, there's nothing I see that's going to tell me, oh, you just buy your games. You're not buying shit. It's a stream. That's crazy. Like even your Xbox movies, you can download those bitches onto your Xbox. You don't have to like stream them only.
There's no streaming.
So it's like, I don't know. Like, to me, I just feel it's going to be a subscription. Because in their presentation, they were talking about, somebody sends you a link and you just go play this game, or you finish watching this video and you can just go play that game. To me, that doesn't say, it doesn't say, oh, play now and then, now buy the game. It just said play now. So I'm assuming it's a subscription service. So once you buy it, you can play whatever pops up and says play now. So that's
one
the
thing
way
they never made clear is we don't know. Is that?
Yeah, I mean that's true too. I mean they might do both.
I mean that's the on live approach, is that you were streaming the game, but you still had to buy the game first before you could stream it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think the way Google's doing it, and based on the other stuff, like I have a lot of Google services, and most of that stuff is not buy anything; it's subscriptions.
Yeah,
Microsoft does the same shit. Remember when you could go buy Microsoft Office? You can't buy that shit no more. You got to subscribe. Even if you go out to Best Buy and get the little box, it's for a year. It's a fucking subscription.
Yep. Thank you, Bob.
There is no buying shit. It's all subscription.
Somebody like 100 to get it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. But I ain't trying to do that shit.
Keep my business off the street.
Huh? No, I write this shit off on my taxes, so I don't even give a fuck.
Hey,
it'd be different if it was personal, if I was paying for it personally. But my Adobe and all my Microsoft shit, I write that shit off on my taxes, so I'm good. No matter.
All right.
I write my McDonald's off of my taxes.
Oh shit!
I mean, that's smart. I mean, that saves money. So I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of people. If more people do that,
you can go to that Taco Bell. Get yourself something a little fancier.
Man,
Taco Bell's far.
Yeah, Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Have my lunch, so I don't tend to go to Taco Bell.
Taco Bell rip your guts out, man. Anyway, all right, Lemetheus.
No, you next. I go last.
No, I'm not. I'm no.
You go ahead.
I want Lemon go last. I want him to rip into it.
No,
okay.
I just want you to rip into it. Take your time.
I'm the tech guru of this whole MF, and I'm going to tell you this.
All right, cool.
And I'm going to break it down. I'm going to break it down so people understand. Okay, 1080p 60 frame movies on Netflix. 5 megabits per second. Right?
Yep.
If you have a Blu-ray disc and a Blu-ray player, pop it into your Xbox, pop it into your Blu-ray player. No matter how good you stream at the highest bandwidth, the disc is sharper by tenfold because it's 100 gigabytes per second off a disc. So that means when it comes to gaming, you don't get better than a digital copy or a physical copy. Now, Google is out here saying they can stream 1080p 60. That's old news. NVIDIA Shield Portable did that 5 years ago. Facts. $27 per 10 gigs. Now, they're saying we're future-proof. We can give you 4K HDR, and we can do 8K and step it up. HDR, 8K. Let me give you the 4K numbers for bandwidth on Netflix watching a movie. And games demand more bandwidth than a movie would. It is 16 megabytes per second. Watch a 4K movie, no hiccups, flawless HDR, Dolby Vision Plus. 16 megabytes per second. Okay, let's jump into 8K. We're talking a minimum of 62 megabytes per second upload and download.
Is somebody outside?
Oh, that's the fan. I'll cut the fan off. My bad. That's me. I cut it off. So, listen to what I'm saying. They went on to state, first of all, the technology is bananas. Number two, another thing they false advertisement. Oh, our servers, we're running 10 teraflops plus, which is more than a PlayStation 4 Pro and an Xbox One X combined. You got to look at the situation and say, why would they say that? That hardware, didn't they promote that the hardware, you don't need a console, is hardware free? So whatever's working on a servers obviously is more powerful than any console. That means the Azure servers for Microsoft dominates the planet. They're obviously more powerful than Xbox One X. That's obvious. That's nothing to talk about. That's nothing to brag about. So now when they start talking about putting 4K 60, 8K 60, 1080p 60 to your house from a server, right? You have the server, and you got to account latency, your internet provider, where you coming from in the world. There's so many other issues. This goes for xCloud too. This is not about Google. You know why Microsoft wins? Because they're not saying, oh, we're giving you 4K 60 on the go. They're saying you'll be able to play your goddamn games on your cell phone and continue it. That's the difference. These dudes are promising console abilities on the go. First of all, like 10th of all, Chrome is terrible for streaming. YouTube compresses regular uploaded 4K of video from 4K cameras, which is excellent. So you get all this compression, and all of a sudden, latency don't matter. They're lying. It's a ploy. This was the major factor, what I saw. And I think the technology is great. I think what they're trying to do is great. But remember, xCloud is an addition to your current digital platform. It is not the only platform. Nothing will beat a physical or digital copy graphically. Nothing. It's impossible. I watched Avengers the other day on Netflix. I said, let me do my Marvel binge watching before the end game comes out. I popped it on. I looked at Netflix. I'm streaming at 16 megabits per second, the highest bit rate. I'm watching it in Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision. I popped in the disc. My disc destroyed it at 100 megabits a second. So now I take a seat back and I go, you know what? Let me listen to what they're saying. These dudes are selling you dreams. Will you be able to stream on your phones and all that? Yeah. Will you get the best graphic fidelity? No. Another thing I noticed, I looked at their partners. What was the first partner they popped up with, K Mega? You came home and watched it from work. Do you remember what it was?
It was Ubisoft.
No, it was not. It was Havoc.
No,
that was the first name.
Well, they were showing a whole slew of names though, but the
first name was the Havoc engine.
Well, I knew that they showed the Havoc engine, but
I had somebody tell me Microsoft done. Microsoft don't never lose. They're going to benefit.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to make money regardless, whether you like them or not. Now, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it ran good. We already know on the few beta testers they had, but you will not beat a console with a digital download or a physical copy.
So you're telling me that the Google Stadia couldn't beat a 360 or a PlayStation 3?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you just said it never would beat a console.
No. Not now. Like, okay, put it like this. We got an Xbox One X, we got a PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay, right?
I'm just keeping.
We're not talking about back in the days. We're talking about
you're right.
From now into current. If you pop in, even with a movie, you pop in a disc, it can't compete. Because first of all, they're using YouTube. They're trying to big up YouTube gaming. So what they're doing, and I'm not knocking that. Because right now, when we stream on YouTube and gaming, we get negatives to our YouTube channels. You have to yeah. Okay, so they're trying to put YouTube gaming ahead of everything else, and I'm not knocking their drive to push their engine and the platform they support. What I'm saying is, people on YouTube. I just bought a $3,000 camera. I'm gonna be shooting in 4K at E3 with me, you, 100, and the rest of the homeboys that we rock with. When I post my video, it has to be so sharp from the base that it looks proper on YouTube because it's a compression issue on YouTube. And
no, it's gonna be 2K. Nothing with that we stream right now.
Exactly.
Anything that we stream right now is not 4K. Anything that we stream. Everything is compressed from Hulu, from HBO Go, from all that. That shit is 2K. It's not. It's not. So that's the only thing about it is, yeah, do it look better than regular 1080p? Yeah,
it looks better, but not compared.
And it lets your TV upscale it. Like I watch YouTube videos all the time in 4K. It looks way better for my phone. My phone does can do 2K, but it looks way better on my TV.
Right.
So don't promise nothing.
And don't get it twisted.
I just say keep our expectations down. That's what I was saying.
The technology that they use is definitely next level. But when you hear Microsoft talk about xCloud, they don't talk about no goddamn resolutions because they know from device to device it's going to vary. It's going to vary from service to service. It's going to vary from your provider to another provider. These dudes, we future-proof. We can go 8K 60. You can promote 8K 60 on your end all you want. By the time it reaches me, it's not going to beat no hard disk or digital download. It's impossible. No matter how
it's impossible. I mean, I wouldn't go too far as saying impossible.
Hey, Mega, let me tell you why. Because your bandwidth is a limitation. You're not getting 4K right now. The camera that I bought, right? When I film in 4K, can do up to 480 megabits per second. A Blu-ray disc 4K, a Blu-ray disc 1080p is 100 megabits per second output. When you stream off YouTube, who has the highest streaming level for 4K assets, is 16 megabits compressed. Facts. Numbers don't change. They don't change. I understand what they're trying to do, but the numbers streaming don't change. And they cannot push a requirement up to 50 to 100 megabits to stream a game or a movie. Nobody has that. That's what I'm saying. Our infrastructure for the United States, the politics involved, don't allow it. When you download a game and it's coming from Microsoft servers, K-Mega, you got a monster internet provider. Some games is 34 megabits. You're like, oh, that's good. But sometimes don't you hit the 100 mark, the 120 mark, the 160 mark, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, they're not doing that. Not when it comes to millions of people trying to play a game. They can't. That's what I'm telling you. If you don't have the hard copy, you're not getting the megabits. You're going to get a compressed version, sound-wise and video-wise. This is just tech. It has nothing to do with, is it possible? Yeah. They can push their server to 200 megabytes. Not when you got 10 million people on it. That just is what it is. So when I watched the video, I said, damn, they taking it to the next level. Yeah, that's a good look. But our bandwidth in our country will not allow it. They won't allow it.
What about people like Delilah and then like another place?
That's an exception. That's
okay,
you. That's me. Out of all of us, it's 3 of us that got some shit like that.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, you can't say that it's not feasible if it is.
You can't talk about.
You can say that it. You can say it's not. But you can say that it might not go to the majority. But you know what I'm saying, that could be a possibility right there. That's fine. But I'm just saying for the technology in itself, for people saying that it's not going to hold on. Listen, well, okay. Now you talk for 10 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm saying we got to get to some other topics after that. But I just wanted to be quick on it. I ain't going to go as long as I did the first one. But I just wanted to say this is that for me and for the technology, I'm excited for it. I think that it has legs just for some of the features. I'm a feature of can I say this right? A feature freak. I love features. I love different types of little different things that can be added to infrastructure and things like that. So it's like that whole YouTube, you can look at a video and it says you can play it. Boom, I got that. Cool, let's do that. And so I mean, yeah, with my internet connection, I'm cool. I'm going to go ahead and just.
We have a service like that.
Yeah, but that's a tech. Hang on, but you got to think about this too. That is a tech demo.
100. Hold on. We got a service like that right now.
Yeah, but you
hold on. I want somebody to name the service we have like that right now. Name the service that we have, and I guarantee y'all don't guess it.
Netflix. Netflix is simultaneous.
Nope. Gaming. What gaming service can you watch and play?
Mixer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mixer. So they ain't fucking do nothing. Excuse me. I'm sorry for cursing. They didn't do nothing that's not done already. But what they doing is they had a great presentation, and I'm not knocking it 100. You know, I mean, K-Mega, you already know I'm a tech freak. But when they start talking about, oh, we could do 8K 60 and it's gonna look HDR, it's gonna look stop lying.
Well, no, hold on. That's the thing right there. It's like, look, that is adding a little butter to the toast.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm wondering.
But the thing to me is that it's not. But for them to say that it's one of those things where it is obtainable. It just may not be obtainable at this moment. We've heard this from all these companies.
Facts
about different from different things, from what the Xbox One was going to be, from what the PlayStation 4 was going to be, and now we're just now starting to see this. I mean, we've talked about the cloud since 2013. And we're just now starting to see stuff.
Excuse me. No. 2010 with NVIDIA.
Oh yeah, but
1080
for me,
what they said.
Yeah, right.
1080p, 60 frames a second, ultra high games.
Right. And
remember, I got an NVIDIA Shield Portable. I was a beta tester. That was DirectX 11. I was a beta tester.
I'm just talking about in general of just what companies say about.
Yeah, they're gonna sell. To sell their product.
They sell dreams.
Well, no, it's not dreams. It's not dreams though.
Only reason it's a problem is because of the politics behind our internet. We already know we went through every state got their own issues with internet. Like I said, my daughter's godfather, he moved from New York to Pennsylvania, and he's getting half my service, and he's spending $1.90.
Right, I get that. No, listen, okay, again, I'm not debating that aspect of it, because we all know that there's certain people that wolf a lot of tickets and say that they can get this, they can get that, and then they only get like the 25 megabits per second DSL package.
Right.
fine. I get that. So yeah, you'll be the main one crying because you can't, because you don't want to go that far with it because you're under a budget or whatever the case.
It's expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah, I'm saying this shit is expensive. Like I said, I'm finna risk it all and pay another $50. Pay $50 just to go unlimited because I'm all in on this. I'm all in. I think that this is the future in gaming in the sense of
it is the future.
It is the future of gaming, but it's also it's the option that I want to see so I can be ready for the next wave.
Okay, Mega. It's not next year though.
and you want? Why do you want to be disappointed? Why do you want to disappoint yourself?
Who's going to be disappointed?
Hold on.
I'm not coming to the thing. Hold on. Let me say this. I'm not going to be disappointed because I'm not coming in here with this expectation that it's going to work right off the bat. Just like I'm not disappointed when we put in Division and it doesn't work, or when we put in Crackdown and it doesn't work, or we put in one of the best game of this generation, The Witcher, and it was broken. You see what I'm like? I mean, that's the thing. Look,
I'm gonna tell you something.
Era, and that's the thing of it about that. So I'm just going into it because I love the progression of where gaming is going because I don't want gaming to still stay in the same place. In order for gaming to thrive, to be bigger and better than what it's ever been, it's going to take pushes and leaps like this that may seem way far out. Do you not know what PlayStation did when they implemented the disc when everybody was all stuck on cartridge? Whoa!
Yeah, they violated Nintendo. Nintendo was charged.
I got the ultimate counter. Okay, how many people did start using streaming services instead of going to buy the CD? When you know you can go invest in a streaming service and get the CD of the person, how long did it take the people to give it up?
What are you talking about?
About damn near 10 years.
What are you talking
streaming
about?
Services, like streaming service with music. Look how, or DVD.
People jumped on
that. Everybody did not jump on these streaming services because they thought that was too much money.
No.
In the beginning. Hold on. Let me say something. One thing I'm going to say, who this is going to hurt, right? And they really need the games to back it. K Mega, they need the games. If they get a lot of PC games to back it, right? This will hurt NVIDIA and AMD high-end graphic card situation because we know most of them are 720p 60 frames, right? If you can get, say, 4K 60 and it looks better than your 720p 60, right? And you don't have to spend that money for a graphic. They was playing on a Chromebook at 1080p 60. That will hurt the PC side more than console. And I say that because console, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation, they got games that they're not going to give to these people. So people still will have to get a console to get the God of Wars, the Days Gone, the Call of Duties. You know what I'm saying? Halos and Gears and Marios. That still would be a hindrance. And they didn't have high third-party support. They really didn't.
Well, they're just getting started. I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying. But listen, what I'm saying, it's an uphill battle. It's like what I said about the Wii U.
No, that's the thing.
I bought the Wii U, they didn't have a lot of big third-party support.
And look at but that's what the thing right there. Look how many people said the Switch wasn't going to be successstufful. They said what did they need was third-party support, and of course it was light, and they got it because they stuck to their guns. They did what they wanted to do, and this is the thing. What I think that all you guys on this panel that disagree with what the status with the Google, what is it called, Stadia, what it's going to be and what it's not, is that they have capital, they have money to burn. Look, this is an investment that's only for 3 or 4 years. This is an investment that's got to be there for at least a decade.
10 year plan.
That's got to be there because
we're talking about Google Glasses and Google Plus and Google I/O and Google this. I'm tired of that capital stuff. Look at the stuff that I'm a Google guy. I Google everything. My business is under Google. Everything.
Why are you yelling?
Google,
I don't know why he's yelling.
We
only got 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes left, man. All right, we'll get out of here.
No, but Google failed just like Microsoft and Sony and anybody else. People putting Google up there.
Okay,
I get tired of hearing it.
Okay,
like
you can get
money.
tired of hearing it all you want to, but this is the facts,
It ain't
right?
happening, Captain.
This is the facts. No, it is happening. You know,
Yeah,
you know why this is. You know why this is happening. You know why this is happening. Because not only that Google is doing this, Walmart's finna do this.
And they're gonna lose too.
There's always going to be losers out of it.
How many people that jumped in VR and how many are standing right now?
VR is still successful.
Yeah,
I mean, no, that shit ain't successful.
It is too successful.
No,
it is.
It is successful.
Yes, it is. Yes,
it is.
No, it ain't.
Yes,
it ain't no successful. Even Facebook came on and said we're planning on losing money before we gain.
They bought it. They bought it.
That's what every company has to do in order to jump into something that's new.
Look with ACC, motherfucking PlayStation VR ain't said a word. It's in crickets over there. But the people that we listen, we the hardcore. We're not the casuals.
But listen, man, listen. I'm not disagreeing with King Mega. What I'm saying is I'm saying the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? And it can be successful. They're gonna need support, but it's also the main thing is they cannot even have a general price because everybody internet is different. You see, with XCloud, with PlayStation Now, that's a continuation of your current situation.
Okay, I got you. I got it. But let me look, before we get it, we go jump on here. Okay, you talked enough about this. Let me just make this point. This thing right here is that it's just look. I was just about to say this, but Slick said, but Taser's been on it tonight. It's what I said. I said this also on. I think I said this in the DM. Was where that this is going to be a slow burn. This is it's just like with Xbox when they first got into the game. Xbox knew that they weren't going to go in there and just start taking over Sony and Nintendo and Sega at the time.
Remember the first Xbox was bait.
They knew that. They knew that, but they had the capital to keep it going. That's why I say with these big players that's jumping in here, they have capital. Walmart. Now, see, like when they talk about like Snapchat, like that's to me that's a failure because it's just jumping in. Or that one service that's going to make a new console. I forget.
Ouya.
No, not Ouya. It's something else. I forgot what the name of it was.
What happened to Google Fiber?
What about Google Fiber?
Yeah,
what happened to Google Fiber? What happened to Google Fiber?
Hey,
they were supposed to go. Now, see, think about it. I researched this up.
What about the Connect though?
So
I mean, we can talk about all types of different things.
No, think about it. No, the Connect. Yeah, the Connect is different. Google was trying to take over. Hang on, Google was trying to take over the interweb. They were trying to put Google Fiber in these cities and stuff like that. It died. It's still there they still host it in the cities they doing, but they discontinued it. And they got capital. Like you talking about capital?
That they were running.
100 loves pointing out Google's failures.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get you, and I love Google to death.
I mean, the thing of it is, look.
No, I live in a city that has Google Fiber. The issue is that Google.
So do I.
One thing is Google underestimated how much it was expensive
to put it out there, right?
Yeah, but the other
hold on, so did Verizon. Remember they fiber. Oh, we're bringing fiber to your house. You know, when the last time you saw a Verizon fiber commercial?
Yeah,
it's dead. It's dead.
Yeah,
it's dead. Right.
But again,
it's coming.
But this is the thing about streaming. It's not. This thing is not going away. It's not. This isn't. That's why I'm saying this is going to only progress. And while
in the future,
and why gaming is all where everything is getting ready to start adding this as an option for right now. And consoles is not going to really technically go away because there'll always be an audience for it. But the fact of it is, the younger generation will be the ones that dictate how we play our games. Facts. And right now they're already doing that by wanting to play on different devices. So if you think that Google is not going to have not going to have a fighting chance in this, then you're wrong.
No, they got a fighting chance.
They got a fighting chance in this. But it's got an uphill battle
because they only doing if they said we was doing a console with this service.
It's a start though. They're the first ones that's bringing this new era of
technically they're not. Technically, they're not.
Well, yeah, they are because PlayStation Now is not this. It's not a
Nvidia had it and Ouya had it.
Yeah, no, this is a different animal, bro. This is not the.
It's better. It's better.
Yes,
they're not the first.
It's not. Okay, they're the first ones out of these companies right now that's bringing it to the table. Out of Xbox, PlayStation was going to bring their version. Walmart's thinking about doing it. Snapchat's thinking about doing it. All this stuff.
Broke as fuck.
What'd you say?
I said Walmart ain't gonna do nothing. They could be talking about it, but Walmart does not have the capital as much as you think.
Boy, you crazy?
No.
Walmart got money.
No,
all right, we about to get out of here. Hold on.
I know for a fact, and you know why I know? Because of the fact that their side company, which is their biggest aspect, which is Sam's Club, has shut down over 400 stores across the country in the past 3 years because of the fact that
we keep getting none of the Sam's stores closed down out here. Matter of fact, they keep growing.
Mega, I know for a fact, and I'll tell you why I know for a fact when we get off the show. Because of the fact that I know that they don't have the money to support
Walmart's broke. Walmart's broke.
Walmart been going broke, bruh.
Interesting.
Restored Hades. Appreciate the support, bro.
Google, the walls can go to hell.
Google has to stick to their guns and spend money in the right places. Time and money can make this race endurance, not a sprint. This race is endurance, not a sprint. P.S. Great show. Great show, guys, and keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Yes, no, I
appreciate it.
That's the thing. And you know what? This is really one of the first times that we've all been in differences. There's been a few of us that may be a difference or whatever, but now everybody is like, no, this isn't. Look, guys, come on, man, come on. Anyway, let's move on. I'm done with you, Knuckles. I'm done with you because you said Walmart is broke.
Yeah.
Hey, people in the chat, if you think Knuckles is right, give him a 1.
Ain't nobody believe that. Everybody know they
wrong, give him a 2.
Knuckles crazy,
bruh. Walmart
pay the bills.
Broke?
Google had restored Hades.
I already paid the bill. I already paid the bill.
Go on that one,
bruh. What's going on with you, Lemon?
Oh no, I just came back. I used the bathroom. My bad. I gotta go early. I'm about to leave. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway, all right.
I wanted to pay the bills, chump.
All right, that's appreciated. All right. Okay, let's talk about. We are doing it live. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I gotta go. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right, peace, brother. Where can they find you at?
108 Dragons TV, or you can find me on GRG or Intermedia Gaming. You already know what we do. Small channels, we do big things. Facts.
All right, cool. That means everybody else got a chance to talk. What's your fail of the week?
My fail of the week is not beating your ass in 2K.
I'll see you in these fighting
my
games.
fail of the week is I can't talk to my friends in Xbox Live because I got banned till the 25th. Facts.
Calling people blacks. So that's why. Anyway, peace, bro. All right. So now exclusives. That big thing this whole generation behind 1080p that seemed to die once the Xbox the One X came. Then what was, I mean, there's been so many different stuff to be talked about this gen. It's just crazy. So many fanboy topics to talk about. But the big one that has been here for the last 3 years is exclusives, and it looks like that talk is about to be put out to pasture, as well as we've seen that the Switch is going to get Cuphead. And then we also see that there was shade being thrown from the head guy from Quantum Dream at Sony by saying, why need a PlayStation when you can buy our games on PC? So so Sony no longer has the rights to Detroit, Quantum Dream, Detroit, Lost Souls, and Beyond Two Souls. And so, and for any future things that they have out there, and potentially maybe Xbox can get some of those games. I would love for Detroit to come over. Love Detroit. But anyway, let me go to you live. No, let me go to Chuck. Chuck's been quiet. And then I'll go to you next live. Chuck, what do you think that this whole discussion about exclusives is going to get to a point to where nobody is going to talk about it anymore, or is it that exclusives will still be the fun talk of the town going into the next generation?
I mean, everybody could see that what they've been doing is moving the goalposts. Like they've been doing it from day one. I mean, it was like 1080p, 720p, and like goalposts move. And now it's, you know what I'm saying, exclusive game. Goalposts gonna move. And they gonna find, as soon as they find something they can capitalize on, that's where the goalposts gonna move to. So I know this is a dead topic now because they're the goalposts. They can't, you know what I'm saying, they can't win with that anymore. I mean, Cuphead going to Switch, that's cool with me. I don't care. That's a good thing. A lot of PlayStations like to beat their chest about exclusives. They going to the PC. They got to find a new goalpost.
Yeah, no, I mean, slowly but surely, it looks like more and more games are going over to the PC. First, it was, you know, they had all these lists of these third-party, second-party, first-party games. Now they don't talk about nothing but the first party. Now that's it. That's the only thing that's holding off. And so I don't know. What do you think about this, Livewire? I mean, is this the beginning of the end of exclusives, the exclusive debate?
Nah, man. I'm trying to play through Ratchet and Clank. This shit's kind of boring, dog.
What? I love Ratchet and Clank.
Hey, man, this should make me sleepy, dog.
What?
Nah, exclusives always going to be big. PlayStation just didn't lock down Quantic Dream, so hey, it is what it is. I mean, look, Xbox didn't do the same thing with Remedy, so same shit. We get Control sometime in the summer, and it's coming to PlayStation and Xbox. Their next game probably will come to
Xbox never owned Control. They own the rights to Quantum Break.
Yeah, no. I'm saying they could have bought Remedy if possible. They didn't.
Well, they're gonna acquire a couple of more studios, so we'll find out.
I don't know. Well, yeah, because I believe 505 only has publishing rights. I don't believe they own Remedy. But that's if Remedy wants to be owned, you know?
Right.
And again, that was a different Microsoft when they made Quantum Break versus who they are now. So
true.
You know, it's very different. But I mean, look, exclusive is still going to be a selling point of your console or your service at this point. The platform, I would say, platform is just like we've been saying. Platform has not been a box solely for Xbox for like the last 3 years. It's just that everybody else is finally realizing this. Like this week, they were like, "What? Google didn't get?" No, I was watching motherfuckers praying to see the Google console. They was like, "Yo, let's see this console, dog. Gotta see this console." And they was like, "Yeah," in our servers. He was like, "Yo, they talked about the controller. Now we're going to see the console. The damn conference is over, and the motherfuckers still like, damn. But when they gonna bring out the console? They're gonna bring it out at E3." I'm like, motherfucker, you tripping? You tripping? This what's wrong with you people on fucking YouTube? Some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all watch shit, but y'all don't fucking pay attention.
You ever go on your own little rant?
Yeah, man, I always do. Got to, man. You know, sometimes I got to. I got look.
You do.
But man, this whole thing, this streaming thing, it's all good. It's all good with me. But the exclusives, as far as Sony, man, they Sony always gonna have exclusives. This is just 3 of them that, number one, they didn't even really sell that well on PlayStation. They sold.
All right, don't start your shit. They gonna, you know, they lurk.
I don't care.
Okay, explain your theories on this.
They sold the best as far as AAA games would sell on PlayStation at the bottom. Because what they said, I don't even know what Detroit.
Detroit sold over 2 million.
2 million. Yeah, so that's about standard. That's what you expected to sell, right? With 90 million. Especially it wasn't a bad game. There's nothing wrong with it. So
that was excellent. Yeah.
You expected to sell at least 2 million. But it didn't do. I wouldn't compare it to Spider-Man, but it didn't do God of War numbers, and it didn't do
Horizon God of War though. So
yeah, but I don't even believe it did Horizon Zero Dawn numbers. I think Horizon Zero Dawn did like
it finally did 10 million. Yeah,
it did 10 million.
Yeah, it did like 5, but like Horizon, it did like 5 mil in the first. Was it 2 months, 3 months?
Something like first three months.
Three months, and then it took a year and a half to get to 10 million.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a yeah.
I don't know how, but it's become the standard that PlayStation games sell pretty decent. So I mean, at least they're top tier ones. So
what about but that's the one thing about it. What about the rest of them though?
But you know what? I'm trying to think of Detroit. I don't remember if it definitely didn't get as much of a marketing push as like God of War. God of War was everywhere. I think I think Detroit's issue was they didn't know how to sell it. They know how to sell a lot of the games, PlayStation. They know how to sell Uncharted. They know how to sell God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, but I don't think they knew how to sell Detroit because it's not an action game, and that their big games that sell are action games. It's more of a story driven, even though
but that's where I think that you're wrong because they did know how to market because they did say that this is our story, this is your story because they were talking about the whole
but they didn't do the same type of numbers though, bloody.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying that they knew how they were trying to market it, but they knew what they were selling and they marketed it as such. It's just that genre has always been a touch and go on how it's going to sell or not. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but you know what I think that their biggest issue is? It's top tier. Don't get me wrong. Like the graphics and the story were great, but obviously it's not a physical gameplay type game, and it's a hard sell to that casual base that buys games because the hardcore are only going to buy so many. But so many games. It's the casuals that really go out there and buy. Whether or not they play or beat the game, that's irrelevant. They go out there and purchase it, So, and games like Detroit are just a harder sell. I mean, shit. I was I remember when people were talking about Quantum Break, and a lot of people didn't want to buy it just because it had no multiplayer. They didn't even know what the game was about. They didn't care. They just want you trying to convince somebody to buy it. Like, does it have multiplayer? No. Does it have co-op? No. Nah, I'll pass. I'll get something else.
But people are, but that don't make any sense because people are clamoring about the what is that game? The game that's coming out here next month. The PlayStation exclusive. The dude on the motorcycle.
Oh, Days
Gone. Yeah, Days Gone.
But see, Days Gone.
The game got a horde mode, and the game doesn't. And that to me is sacrilegious. It does. How are you going to have a horde mode and you can't have a co-op on it?
Well, but we're talking about two different consoles doing that.
Oh,
I was saying with Quantum Break they didn't have co-op and all that stuff. But for Xbox gamers, that's a big deal. For PlayStation gamers, that's not a big deal.
Right. Well,
they're used to not having co-op with. I mean, shit. Uncharted, you walk around with people all the time, but you never get to control the second person. It's just they don't have co-op with those games. I don't know, man. It's just you're just looking at two different demographics when it comes to that. But again, it's harder to sell Detroit because. Bro, it just don't have gameplay like those other games. You're not running back there and shooting up all these people or climbing whatever. Like everything's a QTE for the most part. Other than the only thing that's not a QTE is you walking around. Everything else is, and that's just it's hard to sell to people that just want a game, traditionally, I guess.
So why PlayStation wouldn't be smart and put those games on PC and other devices for them to get more revenue?
I mean, it's just not the PlayStation way.
I mean, I think PlayStation is going to start going that way.
They might
games like the Lost Guardian. What did you say? 100?
The Last Guardian.
I thought 100 popped in. I was just saying that it's like Last Guardian, for instance. I think Last Guardian hit about what, 2 million, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know.
The Bird Dog?
Yeah, okay. Bird Dog. I don't know. But like games like that just makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think that's the whole exclusive talk. Yeah, there always will be those one certain games that will hit those numbers for PlayStation where they don't have to. But for the majority for the other games out there, it just doesn't make any sense for them not to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, PC PC is the best of both worlds. You're taking your games to a market that for people who want to play your games, why not get that revenue? So then that gives the opportunity for those games to get sequels, to get proper sequels. I don't know. I don't know. Anybody else want to touch on this? Okay.
Hey, the PlayStation attach rate is not high. That's what it is.
Well, yeah, no, I know that. The attach rate is absolutely dismal. Nintendo's attach rate is incredible. PlayStation's is bad. It's just bad. I mean, like
somebody they got them grown ass people on Nintendo buying them games. They still in love with Mario. They got them grown ass kids. They got them grown ass kids.
I think we're all grown ass kids because we play video games.
I play the game, but I upskilled my kids on. I need something violent. Or something. I'm tired of, you know what I'm saying? I'm done with Mario. Got to do something. I've been playing, you forgot, I've been playing Zelda for the last 2 weeks. And I'm like, damn, I kind of still feel like I was 12 years old. It's just in a different manner. Like, it's still the same manner. But thing about it is, we got to quit doing this. We don't need to throw no shades. Now, I'm an Xbox dude. Everybody know I bleed green. I'm not throwing no shades at no PlayStation dude because Detroit and all that shit is going to PC. PC is not a console. It's a personal computer. I cannot write a Word document on my motherfucking Xbox. I can't do a Word document on my PC. I can do a little video editing, but that software is bullshit on the Xbox. Yeah, with Upload Studios. Somehow I don't talk shit about Xbox, but that's an open environment. We need to break it down. I don't see that's, to me, that's still exclusive because I cannot play. Now somebody asked me, can you play? Now some people told me can I play Detroit and I stream it through the PC? I said, yeah, that is option, but it's not natively like streaming it. You know what I'm saying? But I still got the download on my PC, but I'm not gonna play that exclusive talk. I'm tired of that exclusive. If I can't play Mario on Xbox, it's exclusive. If I cannot play God of War, I don't care if it go on PC. That is not exclusive. We're talking about consoles. We're console guys. If we were super PC guys, we'd be talking about the 1080X 2700 and all that type of shit. We're not doing that.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And we need to keep that conversation in a box. Like, we're talking about the Switch, the Nvidia Shield, and the PlayStation and the Xbox, because that's what we need to talk. Other than that, leave the PC up. The PC ain't got no home. That's why they want to bring themselves in. I said it. You ain't got no home. You don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? But you are an open. You can interchange components. You just build a PC maker, and you was sitting there like, damn, how many times in your mind like, damn, you know what? I can interchange this next month because I got extra money. We cannot do this with our console. We're depending on the developers to what? Integrate and put the enhancements in it.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Pete, look, I enjoy PC for what it is. I'm totally right. I've been on this stance for a minute. You know what I'm saying? When the whole exclusive talk was brought up about about Xbox. And it's the same energy about PlayStation. It is an exclusive. I mean, it still is exclusive. As long as it's not on the Xbox, it's not. Now, look, is there going to be ways to where you could probably play your PlayStation games on an Xbox in the future? Yeah. With Rainway, that's the name of it. When that kicks in, you can stream your PC games and play them on your on your Xbox, because that app is coming for the Xbox here pretty soon. So it's a, but you're streaming it, and it's still even though you can play it on the Xbox, it's still an exclusive to PlayStation, because PlayStation is generating and making the money. Xbox isn't getting a dime. So it's just the same thing with, like, when people were talking about PlayStation Now being on televisions and things like that, and then the fanboys was bringing up that well, it's still within their infrastructure, but then yet they flip the script and they talk about if with the whole rumor about the Switch and Xbox Live was going over to the Switch. Isn't that the same thing? Is that you still got to go through the Xbox infrastructure in order to play those games? But
people don't understand. Remember, we talked earlier this week. People don't understand. Then when they say Xbox Live is coming to PC, coming to the Switch, but they're not they never said games. They're talking about their service. So say I'm playing.
Cuphead is going over there, and
but they don't own Cuphead. Cuphead is made by that. They don't own that developer. That just like with Detroit, the people that own Detroit. Mm-hmm. They don't own them. They're free to do what they want. They probably was contracted to a certain extent.
Well, but there's been rumors that Microsoft went out
check this out
and suggested it and said, "Hey, look, you should took it out there and put it on the Switch."
Yeah, but check this out too. Okay, what about Hellblade? Microsoft didn't take Hellblade off the PlayStation, did they?
No,
Hellblade's going on the Switch, right?
Yeah.
They own Hellblade. They own the developers of Hellblade, right? And I say the developers because I don't know the name right now. I've been playing. So I'm going trying to be. So yeah, so they own them, but they didn't sit there and say, "Oh, this is going to be exclusive." They didn't no exclusive. They didn't do any of that. So that's what I feel Microsoft is doing. It's like, okay.
Well, here's the thing with Hellblade is that was self-published by Ninja Theory. They completely self-published that. They just had a
but Microsoft owns you now.
No, but the thing is, they still don't own the rights to that game, because that's still owned by Ninja Theory. Remember, they said that they would still allow their teams that had any previous IPs that they would be owned.
But that was part of the contract.
But yes,
that's part of the contract. That's just like when Microsoft bought.
That means Ninja Theory would have to ask Microsoft. Well, really, they don't need to, but they could ask them if they wanted to publish that game elsewhere, but they don't have to because they own that rights. Where it comes with Cuphead is that Microsoft had a monetary investment because they put a lot into supporting Studio MDHR. Yes, Studio MDHR owned the publishing rights and were the IP owners themselves. However, Microsoft did have a large part in it because they funded that project for several years. And that
they did that with Tomb Raider. They did that with Tomb Raider also. That's I'm investing in you. I want my money. I want my money back.
They had.
I want my money back plus something. And we don't know. Think about it as us as gamers. This is why I get mad.
But why do you get mad? They
no, hang on, no. I say no. Let me talk for a second. Let me preach for a second.
You just said that you mad want your money back.
Hang on. Can we have a church of 100 right now? Let's have a church.
I'm sorry, but the congregation get out of your damn church.
No. I'm saying. I know. I'm going to say this. This is all I'm going to say. The church. I'm saying this to church. I'm like, we don't know what's in these contracts, and us as gamers, we shouldn't even worry about what's in these damn contracts. We try to figure it out. We don't. That's between Microsoft or Sony or that company. We don't know what's in their contract. That's between them, and we need to try to figure out if this is a year and this and this and that. We're supposed to be playing games, not playing these numbers, not trying to find out why this is this and that. We don't see enjoying these games, and we worry more about the financial part. And I don't really. You shouldn't get too freaks about it, because at the end of the day, is it hurting your gaming experience? No, because we own as us on the panel, we damn near own everything. Am I lying? We can go play damn near everything. So if it does go there, here, where, everywhere, and all around there, and all that other stuff, let it go.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, man. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. I did want to talk about the whole not Nintendo, but the Play Link. I mean, not the Play Link, PlayStation's show that they were going to come out. I was going to talk about that, and I wanted to also talk about the GameStop situation, or no, not the whole retail thing about what PlayStation is doing with the retail thing. But we're running.
Save it for next week.
Yeah, we can save it for next week, and we can get into that. So, just got to remind me, put you know what I'm saying, by putting that in the topics, if you don't mind, and then we can get into that first next week. But for right now, yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here, man. People got gaming to do. Other people might have some bedtime. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know.
Dance off.
No, I don't think it was gonna be any pants off, dance off. It just
not for you.
Oh,
no.
we got curves. Okay.
Man, you crazy, man.
Can we hurry up? I'm trying to get my pants off to dance off right now. God damn it!
Oh man, you just gotta go off so you can go take a shower, listen to R. Kelly. Get out of here. All right, so nobody's calling for you. Okay, all right. Where can they find you at?
Nah, man, I'm a flirt.
Whoa, what's good? What's good, man? Triple Cup Chuck. You can find me right here at GRG. You can find me in the chat. You can find me on my channel, and we be doing our thing, man. Hey, I'm burnt. I ain't gonna lie, I'm burnt out. You know that I've been at work since 3, and I showed you that I got off. And we still have fun. I'm gonna be 1-on-1 sleep too, man. Old man status.
Man, old man status, bro. You went to work at 3. I went to work at 5. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get off until about maybe about 30, 40 minutes before you did. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we might be on both getting our old man status on tonight. Anyway, all right, 100. Where can they find you at, bro?
Man, you can find me all the way on the interweb. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody find me. I don't find them. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, go check out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to come support GRG. K-Mega does a good thing. I don't tell him that all the time. I don't really say nice things to him most of the time. I used to say not a bad thing to him. He cussed me out. But that's my man. Please, y'all need to support that. You know, go check out, Vibration Podcast. Shit was epic last night. Go check out 108. Go check out Bloody, what he doing over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't doing, you all right, right? You all right, you know what I'm saying? You all right, your mind right?
Always.
You know what I'm saying? But go check out the Smash Podcast. They everybody does good stuff. We try to support each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need, more supporting each other instead of downgrading each other. It's easier to rip each other in half. But I let that go for everybody.
Boy, you sound like somebody I know, man. Maybe somebody rubbed off on you. I don't know who that could be though. All right.
No, but we need to do more of that instead of going in and stuff like that. But hey, man, I don't even say this on my own channel, but hit my man, like, cause he's doing different things and doing different stuff, and he trying to make me kind of blend into it and make me fall for it, but it's getting rough over here, man. It's getting rough, like, yeah, man, I don't want to hear what this. But y'all go do it.
Hey man, I'm planning on streaming this weekend, so I hope I can get some of you guys to come stream with me.
I got the division. I'm trying to catch up on y'all on the division. That's why I cut it on the day, so I'm trying to catch up.
All right,
when tax outdo me.
Yeah, I know Tax outdid me too. Yeah, Tax been out there working. He been out there with Bam and everybody else. Like, he been out there working. Yeah, I was like,
so I got y'all in my one ear and I got them in another one. I'm like, man, I might need some help. It's going slow. I'm at level 4. And I've been playing this the whole podcast.
Need some help. You're gonna need some help. Well, anyway, I forgot to add, I'm gonna ask you guys too. What's your fail of the week? 100. What's your fail of the week?
My fail of the week is, what is
his fail of the week is I don't got a fail of the week because he can't think of a fail of the week because he's a fail.
There
you go.
Shit. That might be
right. All right, blood. Don't come in the party tonight.
your bodies.
I got some. I got number two gas and
What
gasoline.
part about trying to do the pants off dance off?
You
I'm
trying to do the pants off dance
I'm
off.
a flirt.
You got to You got to show credit for that one though.
Oh my goodness.
We
Anyway,
talk about that one.
Triple Cup, what was your fellow of the week before I go to Live Wire? What's your fellow of the week, man? Did Chuck get the Chuck bell out? No, Chuck's still here. Chuck just probably shut it down.
Yeah, my fellow of the week was with Runaway Dragon. Remember, I told you I ain't invited him to the what's called. Remember, we gave my fellow week early. You know, we was ahead of the game.
Oh yeah. I was supposed. We supposed. Yeah. Lemon was in no man's land. I don't know where the hell he was, man.
I don't know either.
Oh no. Anyway, probably trying to go ahead and drain that old bladder. Anyway,
thanks.
Live Wire. Where can they find you at, man? What's your fellow of the week, bro?
Oh, you can find me on my channel where I'll be putting up content occasionally.
What's your channel, Live Wire?
Live Wire Gaming.
He always does that, like somebody just going to magically know where to go. Like, you can go find me in my channel. Okay, what's your channel, bro? Where can they find you? All right, got you.
That's where they go.
All right.
Live Wire Gaming.
He always says it like someone else, like he's just tired of saying it. He's like, man, why I gotta say this shit?
Bro, what's on your agenda for a next video or something? What's your next project?
Probably get on there with Flip, talk some shit about something.
Cool. All right.
They already do that shit already.
I know.
Yeah, we just doing it in podcast form. We talked about Stadia the day it came out. We'll probably do a follow-up maybe in a couple of weeks on that and some other topics.
Congratulations to my man Flip Money.
Yeah.
Yep.
I ain't gonna tell you we ain't gonna tell you what he's congratulating on because it ain't none of y'all business, but congratulations, my man, you know what I'm saying? But that's
right.
you know, that, you know what I'm saying?
He doing
that's
big
my man,
things.
50 grand.
What was the fail of the week?
Yeah.
I said
I forgot what he was talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. So my boy, he wound up giving away his Xbox One to one of his friends for the kid, for his kids to play and whatnot. He gave away all his games and shit, and then he came back and bought an Xbox One X, like I don't know, I guess like a week or two later, and we were sitting there just talking to him. And he was saying he was playing Fallout, and he was like, "Yo, this game is so slow." And I was like, "Yeah, it's because I think Fallout runs at 30 frames per second versus all the games you play, which is basically Halo and fucking Titanfall, which run at 60." And he looked at me like, "Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? The fuck are these frame rates you talking about?" I said, "Oh shit."
All right, that was his fail. This homeboy didn't know about frame rates. I got you. Mm-hmm. All right, operations. Where can they find you at? What's your fail of the week?
What's up, y'all? You can find me on Twitter, operations, or of course on Smash Podcast every Saturday. But fail of the week is Brie Larson's acting. That was terrible, man. I cannot get over that. It was, bro. I want to walk out of that theater at some point, but nah, I stuck with it. That's my fail of the week.
That movie was not that bad. That movie was
not that bad. It's her that's so bad.
She did a great job for what she had to do. Oh,
that's compromising, man.
Tomorrow's gonna hurt.
Oh man, I just don't understand, man. I just don't understand why people don't understand. She was simulated by the Creed. The Creed, when she was trying to come out and be herself by trying to talk out, like when she was trying to do the jokes in the very beginning of the movie, and the Creed, the dude, sit there and is like, "What did we tell you about joking?" Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, she was trying to bring it out, and then by the oh my goodness. Anyway, I can't say the end of the movie because there's still people out there.
Save it for tomorrow, Megan. Save it for tomorrow.
Listen, I'm gonna watch this. I'm watching Us. So.
Oh, man, see, illegally, you should go out there and support them.
I'm not. No. I'm not saying like right now. So
you're going to watch. Yeah. Let me know what that's about. All right, cool. All right, and who's last? Oh yeah, Knuckles. Where can they find you at?
Man, they can find me everywhere on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course Mixer.com. All that Bloody Knuckles. Remember, the O's is 0, the E's are 3, and of course it ends in a Z. They also want to make sure that they check out the Smash Podcast, our show, for your one-stop shop for all things geeky goodness and nerdy news tomorrow, because we are doing a spoiler cast in Marvel and Captain Marvel. And Mega, you're going to be there. 108's going to be there. We got our...
I'll be there, and I didn't know nothing about it until now.
I told you about this last week. Don't even go there.
I don't remember nothing.
Oh, no. You see what I deal with, man? Whatever. Get out of here. We got Lord Cognito coming out as well, and we also got Captain Neutral himself, Jay Fonzarelli, is going to be on there. And oh, man, it's going to go so left. It's going to be a fire. I got fire extinguishers ready. Let's do this. Then, of course, they also want to make sure to check me out over on Thursdays over on Salty's channel over there with the guys from the Salty's Gaming Podcast. Oh, of course, they also want to make sure to check out TickGamesNetwork.com. I am an official partner with the Tick Games Network, working with my boy JD over there on the Otaku Fix, your one-stop shop for all things news, reviews, and previews of the Japanese subculture, as well as they just want to make sure they tune into my channel because I do got new things coming in. I'm working on a video about my time at South by Southwest, as well as I'm going to have an early impressions video coming out because I get to see Shazam 2 weeks early tomorrow. That's right, baby. I'm going to be talking about that a little bit as well at the end of the show. And also they want to make sure to support me on Mixer because I did get invited into the Embers program. So that's right. You can help your boy make some money, as well as just being stupid like I always do and failing at everything. And my fail of the week is literally during a stream on Wednesday. I kept failing so hard in Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden. I kept dying and kept killing myself because of the fact that I kept hitting the damn wrong button and get everyone to come after me instead of ambushing them because the buttons are so close to goddamn together.
Oh, that's terrible.
Hurts my heart. Hurts my heart, man.
And I was about to say, Op, you know the struggle.
Yeah,
I know, man. I saw it.
And you also, you didn't finish telling us how did you come up on those Shazam tickets? Because you was listening to R. Kelly and had backstage pass.
What part of I said I'm a flirt? God damn it, that was the only song I cared about from R. Kelly because it's true.
For me, I can hear you calling me. Anyway, all right.
And I ain't gonna tell you how I got them early access tickets.
I want to do one more fail for myself. I gotta do one more fail.
All right,
but no, it's gonna be fun. Also, they want to make sure to check out on Monday over on Mixer because I'm gonna be streaming a Sekiro.
Okay, I mean, you know what? I'm scared of that game, but go ahead, live.
Yeah, I love me.
My next fail is I beat Horizon Zero Dawn, and I fell asleep on the ending.
Gee.
Oh no.
I fell asleep. I had to go to YouTube.
Why is every one of your fails like something that's so messy? Why are you so messy every time you talk?
I'm dead ass. I fell asleep on the ending.
He dead ass. He said he dead ass.
What the fuck happened?
Man.
You fight the last dude, the last little whatever.
I mean, to be fair, I just recently got Horizon Zero Dawn because my cousin let me borrow it, so
man,
I'm probably gonna stream that.
Enjoy.
Hey man, look, I still got to stream Yakuza. I got to stream Yakuza. I got to set up that stuff.
All right, we gotta get out of here. Y'all over here talking back and forth. We can talk about this after we get the show. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Of course, thank you for supporting the channel, supporting the crew. Check out everybody. Sub to everyone, please. You can see them on my list. If you hit my channel, you'll see right there on the far right all the people that I basically kind of advertise for for their channel. So you just hit on that and you'll see everybody on there from Knuckles, Livewire, everybody. So just go ahead and just check them out. Sub to their channel, man. They give good content, and yeah. Sub to the channel here, man. Just have a good time, man. We'll be giving a giveaway probably sometime, I don't know, at the end of the month or maybe the beginning of the month. We might do some Mortal Kombat. I think because that's the day of Mortal Kombat.
Get that ass whooping.
Or maybe Final Fantasy, since the Final Fantasies is coming. But man, thank you as always. If you know, I'm so tired. I can't even say my little slogan. You
ain't got to work in the morning.
Thank you.
You better take your ass to bed. If you ain't got some gaming to do, there's only one other thing you should be doing, and that's the pants off dance off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
All right.